So we will share the screen now. There you go. Oh, wait. That's the last slide. That's the first slide. Okay. I just have one question, guys, before we start with the presentation. If you had a chance to see my video, the video that I sent on your messenger, and I posted it also on my timeline. If you've seen it, can you please just type in yes in the comment box? I'm asking because it's very important that we validate the knowledge that we're having here, right? That's the mindset part that you need to have in order to make sure that you will implement this, because I don't want you to think that I'm giving you something that I just came up with, you know, and you'll be like doubling, should I do this or should I not do this? And so if you've seen that video, you will know that this knowledge is 100% valid. It comes from the mentors, from the people who are practitioners and who made a lot of success with these strategies that I'm giving to you today, okay? So if you haven't seen it yet, then please do it after the video, because that will give you an extra push to actually do what you need to do, all right? So let's start with my first mentor, the guy that I was following since 2012, I think. And I already mentioned that before in my previous post, that Simon said, it was teaching us that people are buying our why and they're not buying our what. And the cool thing about Simon is that he was always giving good examples for it, right? So he was giving an example of Apple company, an Apple brand, and how they build their brand around why they do this, why they sell computers and phones, and not what they sell, right? And that's why they create a lot of success around Apple computers, right? But just to give you just to answer questions that you might have in your head, because I had those questions as well, is okay, I get it, you know, big companies like Apple or Coca-Cola or other big players, they have big budgets and they get to do the branding because they have team, they have money, and those companies can do it. But it's not for small players, not for little people who just starting business, or they just have a solopreneur business, right? And pretty much just have one thing. But to answer that, I wanted to show you an example of Jenna Kutcher, who was pretty much just like everybody else here in this room, I suspect. He started as a wedding photographer at this point, before she did a big success online on social media. So she was a beginning mom and just was starting her business, and she built a brand around her persona and around herself, right? She was just talking about herself on Instagram. And through building her brand, not selling anything yet, not building her business and promoting business, just building a brand around herself, she built a following of 40 million people that currently downloaded her podcast, right? So this is a proof for all of us over here that branding today in a post-social media world is for everyone. It's not only for Coca-Cola and Apple anymore. It's actually every single person who is on social media can build a personal brand that will be recognized worldwide. Okay, so we have the proof. We know that it's working, and everybody can do it, because, you know, she was just a person from a small town in Minnesota, as far as I remember, and had nothing special going on, you know, and she was able to do it. So before we go to the tactics and strategies, I wanted to show you this slide that I have from Russell's workshop, right? Russell was sharing this in his 2 Comma Club, and he was telling us that we need to understand how building a brand used to work and how it works now, right? So that will give us the clear understanding what happened, what's the shift over here, right? So he said that it was like this, that only for big players, and for big companies before, because before we had all these media like TV or radio or printed press, right, billboards, newspapers, and it cost a lot of money, and only big companies actually had a budget for building a brand. No normal people have no option to like put their message in front of all these people. But today, all these social media that used to run the show have a substitution in social media that is for free, and that's the big shift. So he said, right now, if like a regular John Smith wants to go and put his stuff in front of 2 billion people, he just needs to do a Facebook Live, and potentially, I'm saying potentially, 2 billion people have a chance to see it. Only potentially, because then you have to figure out how to drive their eyeballs on your message, right? But the same thing was on TV, right? Whenever you're putting a show on TV, also not every single person will watch it unless you will do something to turn their attention. And same thing is with the other medias, right? Whether you were using radio before and doing your commercials or shows on radio, now you can do it on podcast for free, right? Or maybe you were printing some stuff, some articles, writing articles, putting advertisements in magazines, newspapers, on billboard. Now you can do it for free on blogs, right? Your blogs, other people's blogs, and on all the other places. So all these things that were used to serve only to the very few, now can serve to everyone, and that's good and bad at the same time. And I will tell you why. All right, so you will understand this by just following these two examples: how building a brand used to work and how it works now. So I'm just going to take an example of TV. Let's say that you use the TV as your medium for building your brand, right? So what you do, like if you were a big company, for example, you would have a budget, you will invest, maybe put your people or your branding in some shows or sitcoms, or maybe you create your own commercial, and people would resonate with the message or resonate with your brand, with your mission. They like, the pictures or what you're showing, what you're standing for, and then they start to look for your brand or your company in other media. Maybe they find you in a newspaper, maybe they call you, maybe they come to the store to see what you're offering. And if you build a good relationship with them, right? If you're the personnel of the store or the people who are working in your business will take this relationship to the next level, they become customers, right? And then in time, if your products or services are good, they become real fans and they promote your brand, and they are wearing your Nike or Adidas or whatever else, big brands, and they like it, right? And they're happy that they can promote your thing. So that's how it used to be. Only big players were able to do it. But now, in post social media time, when social media took over the world, it looks like this. People are hanging out on different kind of social media. So for this example, I'm going to take Facebook, because Facebook is the biggest social media platform in the world today. All right. So let's say people hanging out on Facebook, and what they do, they go and join different groups on Facebook, right? Groups about all these different things, right? Just like shows on TV, right? They choose what the interest is, and they go and join these groups, right? Yeah, Lucid, absolutely, right? So they're hanging out over there. Yeah, I have not been watching TV since 2000. Same here, Arthur. Maybe not since 2004, but the last time I watched it was 2012, right? So, so I know what you mean. So basically, what people do, they go on social media and they look for very specific information. They want to join people or topics that they're interested in. If you are in that group of interest, right, and you post some cool stuff, you get to like rent a time, sort of like in this group, right, by posting your post. And if people like it, they will click on your picture and follow you to your profile on Facebook, which is a place where you get to show yourself, where you get to actually build your brand, right? That's the place where people will see who you are, what you're standing for, what you're doing in your life, what's your mission, what's your values, and also what's your business, right? So they get to see more of you, and if they like what they see, they will follow. And maybe some of these people who connected with you on Facebook, on your profile, will follow you also to your business, right? So either whether it's going to be a Facebook group that you will create, or maybe you're going to take them to your website, or maybe you invite them to your, maybe you're running a hotel, or maybe you're running whatever other business, and you can invite these people to your business to have this professional relationship with you. That's how it works today, and that's how it worked for Jenna. This is what she did with her Facebook, with her Instagram, right? She was hanging out with people on Instagram, and then she pulled 40 million people from this Instagram to her podcast. And inside her podcast, she's offering people her products, selling them different stuff, right? As an affiliate marketer and a coach, right? So now that you already know, sorry, I think somebody wants to come in.
Oh,
yeah. So I think I clicked too fast. This slide over here, guys, is the most important one. Do you see the right slide though? Oh, there you go. Yeah, this slide is the most important one. I have this slide from a course from Doug Bolton. He's my direct coach, let's say, and this is a part of his course for $1,200, right? So this is a part of that course. So you take this picture or write it down, because this is the formula. What Doug is teaching us is basically something that Jenna did and that he did as well for himself. He started from zero and ended up with a company with 6-figure in a matter of months, right? And all he did was build brand around his name on Facebook, right? And then he pulled all these people to his affiliate products, and then he just grew like mushrooms after the rain, And so this is what he's saying. This is his exact formula, what you need to do in order to create your online personality and turn it into a brand. Yes, Lucy says Doug is great. Also a follower. So the thing that you see on the slide over here is actually a quote from Doug. So he says that your Facebook profile is your free banner on the biggest social media platform in the world. Okay, so I just wanted to show you one more time. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that I don't know if you see this, the board behind me, that the world over here altogether is 7 billion people. On Facebook, we have 2 billion active users, meaning people who are actually daily going to Facebook and engaging with other people, right? And that number is growing every day. 2 billion people. All we need for our business, when you do the math, when you crack down the numbers, you will see that actually you only really need to attract like 50 or 100 people who will really like what you have in order for your business to be sustainable, right? And then everything after that, you can scale by automating processes and by delegating stuff to other people. So it's going to be really easy down the road once you have your initial people following you, right? So what do? He says optimize your Facebook profile. Use this fact that you get to put your stuff in front of 2 billion people, right? Why not use it? But you would say, okay, so how do you do this, right? You have to make sure that you're attracting only the people that will be interested in you as a person and in your products, right? And you can repel everybody else. Nobody else matters at this point, because you don't want to spend your time on social media by hanging out and doing nothing. You want to use social media, but not be used by it, right? So that's how you do it, by only attracting the people who can actually help you with your purpose. Run your social media profiles, not only on Facebook, but also other platforms, if you're using them, very purposefully, and only log in on social media with a purpose in mind, right? That's what they're teaching us. And you start that with optimizing your Facebook profile. So that will pretty much attract people who you need to talk to, right? So then the second thing that Doug is saying is you have to present yourself as an authority in the area that will be connected with your business, with your offer. right? You don't have to be authority in everything that you're posting, but in this one area, you always put in some value posts that will put you like in eyes of the followers as an authority, right? They will see a person that actually knows what you're talking about, right? That's very important. And then number 3 over here will be something that you all will love to hear. At least I love that part. And for that part, I love the guy on the picture over here, because he says, keep it super simple, right? So he says, forget about all the things that what other coaches are saying, that you have to build a business website, you have to build groups, and you have to build, you have to put, like run ads and have a team that will create your campaign and blah, 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 and all these things. He says, none of this, you need none of this. You only need one thing to start, and that's your Facebook profile. That's the only thing you need. That comes from a guy who did a 6-figure company within months on building his brand on Facebook, right? If he says that, and he has proved that his students also do that, that means we should listen to the guy, right? Because he knows what he's talking about. He's done it many times, right? So why he says that why it works is because your Facebook profile allows you to have 5,000 friends. That's the limit. And you really don't need more than that. If you have 5,000 quality people that are like potential customers, and you're gonna have 10% of them buying something from you or using your products, using your services, because you will bring value to them, real value. I'm not talking about scamming them on something. I'm talking really helping people. You are able to help them, right? So they're happy to pay you, right, for what you're providing. That gives you 500 customers, paying customers. That's more than enough. What you need at the beginning when you're doing a solopreneurship, right, online. So that's why he says, do not be bothered with all these other things. Put your full focus on Facebook profile, or if you're running other social media, like Jenna Kutcher would do the same thing with the Instagram, right? So she would only put her focus on Instagram and build her brand on Instagram. Same thing, right? So it works on all social media. And then you have to be consistent, right? And show people that you actually bringing the value. You're doing this. It's not like, you know, you're a pop-up star and then you're gone. You're actually consistently doing it over time, and that will work, right? So the last thing you need is basically show people how they can interact with you. And that's very, very important, right? All the coaches, Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, or whoever else you're learning from, will tell you that you always have to have a very clear call to action, because otherwise people will not know what's the next step. Okay, I like what you're showing me. I like your brand. I like your values. I like your mission, but I have no idea what I can do, right, with you next, right? So this is very important that we give them a very clear call to actions within your Facebook profile. Yeah, and that's the knowledge that we have from Doug. So I hope you like it. Let me know in the comments below if it makes sense so far. One platform at a time. That's correct. That's correct. Yeah? Awesome. Awesome. All right, guys. So it's time to implement. We got the knowledge. We got the basis. Yes, it makes absolutely sense. Yes. Yes. Super. Cool. Thank you for that, guys. That means I delivered the knowledge the proper way, since you're agreeing with me. So now it's time to actually see what we need to do, right? That's the step that we need to implement. Okay, so I'm gonna walk you through the Facebook profile. I'm showing you a Facebook example, but like I said at the beginning, make sure that, like, keep in mind that it's not only working for Facebook, it works for every social media. If you're on Instagram, you do it on Instagram. If you're on LinkedIn, you do it on LinkedIn. If you're on YouTube, do it on YouTube. Any social media will have these elements. They will be a little bit different elements, and you have to set them up in order to start building your brand today. All right. because it will require some time, right? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but if you haven't done that then do it today, right? That's the second best time. So we start with building our brand. Oh my God, I'm pressing too fast. With building our brand, let's say today we're gonna focus on Facebook, right? So there are 5 elements that create your online personality and your brand on Facebook, right? All these elements are part of your Facebook profile, right? So this is something that people used to call your wall. That's your wall, right? So when people like your stuff and in the groups that you're staying and they want to see a little bit more about you, they will click on your picture and they will see this, right? First thing that they look is your profile cover photo. That's the big banner, right? That's something that Doug was saying, that this is your free banner in the biggest social media platform, right? You have to make sure that you utilize that banner very well. Imagine that you have to pay a lot of money to put this banner on Facebook, because it used to cost a lot of money if you wanted to do it in any other media, right? Now you can do it for free, but people don't use it, right? So what you need to do is make sure that you have a call to action on this banner. What you need to do is to make sure that people, by looking at this banner, they see you in your area of expertise, in your place, right? They see, oh, if they see Mike doing this, I think Mike is doing something with phone. Okay, he's talking. Okay, I know something about him just by looking at the banner, right? And all of you will have your areas that you're an expert in, or that you want to promote, and you need to show people yourself in that area, making sure that people will connect with you and not with things. I've seen a lot of stuff that people are posting, and they're not related with you as a person, right? They are only like, they're putting stuff, they're putting like promoting things. That's not the place to do it, because this is not a marketplace. This is a branding place. This is where you're building a brand. Your business will be in the next level, right? Business is underground. I will show you a really cool strategy for that, so you will visualize this, right? Here we're only building a brand awareness. We want people to like us, right? And like what we're doing. So make sure that you're showing a lot of your pictures over here. They see your face and they get familiar with you as a person, right? The second thing is profile photo. On the profile photo, make sure that it is your face. It's a close-up, is a headshot of your face. There should be no other people on this photo. There should be no animals, no animated stuff, no books, no quotes. This is a place to actually show your face, right? There are like different designs when you can show your face in different places on the banner, but in general, to make it super simple, just put your face over there, right? With smiling face, staring at the camera, so people see your eyes, right? Then the third part is a short bio and the details. This is where you get to tell people how you can help them, what you do, how you change the world for the better, right? This is not a place to tell you the story of your life. It's a place, the bio is a place to tell people how you help them, what you can do for them, right? And then details. The one tip that I can give you, you can see my example over here. Facebook gives you a lot of options to put many details over there. Don't do that, because people don't care about all the details of your life. They only care about something that is related with the thing that you will be helping them with, right? So if you have, like, for example, some credentials that you can put over there that are related with your offer, put it over there. You can put your place of where you live and stuff like that, and definitely put a call to action. So what do you want people to do? I want people to join my group because this is how I can help you, right? And then finally, feature photo, it's over here, right? You can see feature photo is basically another place where you can put another call to action, show people what you do, right? What's your thing, what you're interested in, and how you're interacting with other people in this particular social media. Me, I'm a storyteller, right? I'm a teacher, I'm a storyteller. I'm going online with my knowledge, right? And I'm trying to join the knowledge business online this time, right? Education online. And now I love to hang out with other people who also want to do it and practice their stories, right? And build their brands and basically change the world for a better place so everybody gets the better education in the future, right? That's it. And you can see this from a very simple picture, right? So all you need to do is make sure that all these elements are working for you. And we will make in a second that we're gonna have a chance to actually have a look at your profiles right now. Don't worry, you don't have it set it up yet. That's not a problem because that's why you're here, right? So we can, if you have it set it up, then it's a good place to have a feedback from other people, right? But if you don't have, then a partner will help you to figure it out, right? I just wanted to show you other examples over here, so you can see that it's not just me who's doing it this way. You have other people on different areas or different places on their journey. You have Nadia over here, that's my partner, right? She has done it the same way, like Dag and Russell is teaching us, right? She has her banner, right? She is staying in her area of expertise as a teacher and a mom, right? She's telling people how she can help them, right? She's giving a good call to action in all these places, and her feed is a lot of time related with activities with children and her motherhood and stuff like that, right? So this is all very connected. Doug Bolton, our direct mentor, same thing. He's showing himself in his area of expertise, right? He's with ClickFunnels, so he's showing him winning the Dream Car award, right? And then obviously Russell Brunson, you can see main thing that he does over here is coaching, and he's a stage speaker, so he's showing himself on the stage, right? I don't know with the mic or not, and you see who he is right away. And obviously a call to action. If you see at their featured photo, both of them over here and Nadia, they have the information what they want you to do in order so they can give you something. Right, so Russell will tell you, go get my books, right? Doug would tell you, go get my courses, right? And Nadia will tell you, go join my group, right? Join my Facebook group where I show you more activities with children and stuff like that, right? So this is all the same thing, works for every single person, no matter if you're Russell Brunson or if you are John Smith who just started yesterday, right? So now it's time for an activity. Okay, I wanted this to be very interactive. Okay, so in order to make sure that you're actually creating your Facebook profile in a way that will attract the target audience that you're after, right? And in order to optimize it as much as possible, you need to answer yourself these 3 questions, all right? And the first question is actually the most important one for now, which is why I think it's going to be I wanted this to be our first exercise. So with a partner, okay, we're going to create a breakout rooms right now, and with the partner, you will show each other your Facebook profile, right? One person will show first, then second person will show the same. Each of you will have 5 minutes just to go through elements of your Facebook profile. And the exercise is the person who is showing is just asking the other person for a feedback, okay? What they think about you just looking at your profile. Some of you might already know each other from the group, but pretend that you don't know anything about one another, and the only thing you see and you know about the person is what you see on your Facebook profile. That's it. You don't know anything about that person other than that. So look at the profile and tell your feedback. What do you see? What do you think this person is all about? What do you think this person wants from you? What do you think this person can give to people? Or what's attracting? What's repelling? Yeah, that's the activity. And one person is gonna do. I'm gonna stop sharing for a second, just to make sure that I see your comments over here. Yeah, likes my t-shirt. Yeah, my t-shirt is cool, right? that's for our program for the kids. Actually, we're doing a program for the kids in the school. So I will start the breakout rooms right now. You're gonna work in twos, all right? Because I want to make sure that every single one of you get to show your Facebook profile, all right? And then you have 5 minutes to show your profile and 5 minutes to give a feedback to another person. That's clear. We all know what we're doing.
What was question number 3?
We're going to go back to questions in a second. So right now we're only answering the first questions. What people think about you, currently think about you, by just looking at your Facebook profile, right? That's the most important one. And then the other 2 questions are, what do you want them to think and what you don't want them to think, right? So we'll get there in a second, right? When you come back from the breakout rooms, we're gonna think about that.
Mike, I have a question. I have a question, Mike. So in the breakout groups, we are actually sharing our screen.
Yes. Yes, I want you to share your screen. You should be able to share your screen with the person. Yeah, or if not, okay, if some of you, like for example, using mobile phone to connect, the other way to do it is just tell the other person your Facebook name, and they can just go and log into Facebook and have a look at your Facebook profile, yeah?
Okay.
On their device. So even if you can't share the screen, they can still see your Facebook profile, right? So that should work.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. So I have a personal account and I have a page for myself. Okay. So my personal account is my family and friends, and my page is about my work, what I'm promoting, my brand basically. Right. So do you think now that's what I was getting confused with? Okay. Because you 5,000 friends intro and all. So this is where I am confused. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, I get it completely. And to be honest, I went for it too. I started to create pages. I even had 2 Facebook accounts because I thought I need to diversify and cater to children separately and adults separately and all that. But the truth is that I took a course with a really cool business coach, Victoria Garlick, and she told me that there is a power in one. There is a power in one. Okay, so she says the moment you try to run multiple social media platforms, multiple accounts, multiple websites, multiple business private accounts, you will get lost. You will water down your efforts, and it will take forever to get the traction. So she said, and this is the same for Doug and the same for everybody said the same thing. Start with one and expand from there. Yeah. They say, perfect. Don't do business websites. Don't separate this, because all you need to do is build a personal brand, and a personal brand is around you as a person and not around your business. And there is a reason for this, because like I said, today, everybody can do it. Everybody can market. Everybody can build a business. I can just put my stuff on social media today and start a new business. 2 billion people can do it. So what makes you special? Why would people look at you and buy from you and take your offer, not somebody else's offer, which is the same? Because, for example, they are in the same niche, the same business, or they just copied you, word for word. That happened many times, right? So the only unique thing in your business is you. There is nothing else unique in your business beside you, right? That is why it's super important to build your business around your brand, your personal brand, and not around the product or around the thing that you do. Yeah, that makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Awesome. So the moment you actually maxed out the 5,000 people and you have 10% of them as your customers, this is already a moment when you have enough money to hire a team and start to get like multiple accounts. But it's not going to be you doing all these things. It's going to be your team standing behind you and multiplying your stuff, right? That's how it works. Okay, I'm gonna set up the breakout rooms. So Nadia, can you just help me see how many people?